Ever get that feeling online? Where you see something and it's like, that's too perfect, like it's got to be fake.
You're onto something. It's that gut feeling, right?
Mhm.
About what's real and what's will manufactured.
Totally. And with AI making these crazy realistic images, videos, even music, how are we even supposed to keep up?
That is where today's deep dive comes in. We're looking at LOKI.
Loki eye. Okay, sounds kind of Marvel movie to me, but I'm intrigued.
Right. But it's actually this super cool benchmark test for AI. Think of it like this. It's putting AI in the detective's chair.
Okay, so instead of just spotting a bad Photoshop job, it's testing AI's ability to, what, spot fakery across the board.
Exactly. Images, videos, 3D models, audio, even text if it could be fake. OKI's got a test for it.
Whoa, the AI is going through detective training, huh? So are we at the point where AI is better at spotting these fakes than we are?
You'd be surprised. With everyday images, things like objects and landscapes, the AIs in LOKI actually did amazingly well, often beating human volunteers.
No way. Like, what kind of stuff is the AI picking up that we humans just miss?
One example that really stood out was this picture of a bird, just flying. Seems harmless enough.
Yeah, what's so fake about a bird?
Well, the AI flagged it because of the texture of the wings. Turns out those wings were actually a really, really convincing synthetic material. It was a kite.
Wow, okay, that's impressive. I'd fall for that for sure. Does this mean, like, spot the difference, games are doomed?
Maybe someday. But here's the thing. It's important to remember right now, the AI is mainly using pattern recognition. So it's not like it understands that birds shouldn't have plasticky feathers. It's just recognizing a pattern mismatch.
So it can tell us something's off, but it can't really explain WI to Y in a way that we get.
Exactly. And that's why LOKI didn't stop at just a real or fake judgment. The researchers wanted to push it further to see if the AI could actually explain its reasoning.
Oh, interesting. Almost like it had to present its case, like in a courtroom. So how'd they do?
Get this, they had this video, right? Just someone pouring milk into a glass.
Okay. Sounds simple enough, unless the milk starts levitating or something.
Right. Well, the AI watching this video, it immediately flagged it as fake.
No way! What? What was going on?
First of all, it noticed that the liquid level in the glass was all wrong. It was filling way too fast.
Ah, so they sped up the footage or something and forgot how gravity works for a sec.
Exactly. But it gets better. The AI also flagged the hand pouring the milk. It was way too still, no natural movement.
It's like the AI could tell a human hand just wouldn't stay that steady. This is kind of freaking me out. What else did it catch?
Ready for this? The AI then commented on the texture of the milk, said it looked too uniform without the little variations real milk has.
Okay, now that is just creepy good. It's like the AI has X-ray vision for spotting inconsistencies. It makes you wonder, what do we even miss as humans?
Right. It really makes you think about how our brains work. But what's cool is that LOKI shows both how amazing AI is and ED, where it kind of hits a wall.
Okay, limitations. I like the sound of that. Tell me more, because part of me still wants to believe human intuition has its place in all this.
You're right to feel that way. See, even with all this power, AI can still struggle with context. It's like it can spot a weird detail, but doesn't always get the bigger picture.
So it's like it can tell you that something's off about a cat riding a unicorn, but not that unicorns aren't even real.
Exactly. That's where our human experience comes in. OKI actually show that with more complex stuff, subtle fakes, busy scenes, the AI's accuracy dropped way down.
Okay, that is kind of reassuring. So I shouldn't give up on my dreams of being a professional fake spotter just yet.
Not if you can outsmart the machines. It's not just about pixels anymore. It's about understanding how people act, how physics works, all of those things that make us go, hold on, that doesn't feel right.
It makes you think, though. If AI struggles with complex images, what about, like, text? With all these AI writing tools, can a Lucky Eye even tell if an article was written by, an actual person?
They tested that too. And it gets interesting, especially for anyone worried about AI taking over writing. One test used this ancient Chinese text and the AI, fooled completely by a good fake.
Wait, seriously, the AI couldn't spot a fake ancient text. How?
It was looking for the wrong things, like formatting inconsistencies. But the human experts, they zeroed in on style, on little historical details the AI missed totally.
So, a win for the humans. Writers and historians everywhere are breathing a sigh of relief.
It's more complicated than that. AI is learning constantly, right? LOKI is just a snapshot. What's important is that we see both the good and the bad.
So as AI gets better at faking, the tests have to get tougher too, like an arms race. But what does this all mean for, like, everyday people online when seeing isn't believing anymore?
$1 million question, right? For now, the best defense is still your own brain power. Don't just accept things at face value. Question stuff. Look for those inconsistencies. Trust that gut feeling.
It's like trust but verify just got a digital upgrade. We can't just blindly trust what we see online anymore.
Exactly. That's why these deep dives are important,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The more we understand about AI, the good and the bad, the better we can handle this whole digital world.
So true. But here's something I'm thinking about. What if AI gets really good at both things, making fakes and spotting them?
Now that is an interesting and kind of scary thought. It's like we're in a funhouse of mirrors, and even AI can't tell what's up anymore.
Right. Will there be a point where we need AI to tell us what's real?
It's a possibility we got to consider. And that brings up a whole bunch of new questions about trust, about who controls information.
See, this is why I love these deep dives. We go from spotting fakes to, like, the fate of reality itself.
It's all connected. And it's just the beginning of the conversation.
Speaking of, I could talk about this all day, but we should probably move on.
For sure. Images, videos, text. But there's another area where AI is making a huge impact that I think you'll find really fascinating.
Oh, I'm listening. What other digital rabbit holes are we hopping down today? All right, so we've covered AI spotting fakes in photos, videos, even ancient texts. What's next? Are we going full hologram? Because my brain might actually melt if we go there today.
Oh, get ready. We're going into the world of 3D modeling, which, by the way, AI is already shaking up big time.
Oh, 3D modeling. Now you're speaking my language.
Right.
I'm not exactly a master sculptor in real life, but give me some 3D design software and things can get interesting.
And you'll appreciate this. LOKI didn't stop at flat images. They actually tested AI's ability to spot fakes in 3D too.
Wait, really? So instead of just looking at a picture of like a sculpture, the AI is analyzing the actual 3D model itself.
You got it. And it might
Yeah.
surprise you how good AI's gotten at creating complex 3D stuff, even just from simple prompts. It's wild.
Okay, that's both amazing and a little intimidating. Should I, like, be worried about my future career as an amateur 3D designer?
That's the question, right? But the interesting thing is, even in 3D, it comes back to pattern recognition and context. Although I found that AI-generated models, yeah, they can look crazy real at first glance. But there are still some giveaways.
Okay, I'm all ears. Like, what should I be looking for? If I'm checking out a cool 3D model online, how can I tell if it was made by a person or by code?
One of the biggest tells is the texture. AI textures often have this kind of overly smooth or blurry look. They don't have those natural imperfections that real stuff has.
So it's like that too perfect thing again. If it looks like a robot airbrushed it, that's suspicious.
Bingo. And just like with the images, LOKI made the AI explain itself. One example was this 3D model of a hat simple object, but lots of subtle detail.
Okay, hit me with the AI fashion police report. What it flag on the hat? Was it the brim, the stitching?
The AI nailed it, said it was fake. And yep, it was the texture.
Yeah.
The AI said it was too uniform, too perfect. Like no way a real hat made of fabric would look like that. It also pointed out that the shape was a bit too symmetrical. Another common AI oopsie.
So it's like the AI is saying, this hat is too perfect, no human could make this.
Pretty much. And that gets to a key point. AI might mimic things really well, but it doesn't mean it understands, the why behind design or how materials actually work.
Right, like it can make a hat that looks real, but it doesn't get that hats are for messy humans. Those imperfections are part of it.
100%. And that's where human designers, artists, they still have that edge. We bring our own understanding of the real world to the table.
After this whole deep dive into LOKI, I keep coming back to one thing. We can't just passively look at stuff online anymore. Image, video, text, 3D model. We got to use our brains.
That is such a good point. Question what you see, think about where it came from,
Yeah.
and yeah, always have a little bit of healthy suspicion.
It's true. It's like AI is making us all up our game as thinkers. We can't just take things at face value anymore.
And honestly, that's probably a good thing. It's a wake-up call to be more present, more critical.
Absolutely. And on that note, I think this is the perfect place to wrap things up. This LOKI deep dive has been amazing, eye-opening, and, okay, maybe a little bit scary at times.
Definitely a lot to think about. But as AI keeps getting, more AI, we got to stay informed and never lose that sense of wonder about the world, right? Even the digital parts of it.
I'm with you on that. A huge thank you to our expert for breaking down LOKI for us. And to all of you listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, question everything, and keep those thinking caps on.